Guess what? Guess what? It's finally time! She's here. At long last, my Frankie Stein Haunt Couture doll has finally arrived! Pardon me a moment. Behold, in this box contains my Monster High Haunt Couture Frankie Stein doll. This is the first Monster High doll I've bought since the end of the original run and the start of the 2015 reboot that we don't talk about. Now I get to share this glorious occasion with all of you. I want to say thank you again to the kind stranger that just gave me the money for the doll out of the kindness of their own hearts. You have no idea how much this means to me. With that, let's get her open. Okay, so I got my phone mounted and now we're gonna get this out because I'm not doing this with one hand. Ooh, she was in there. Okay, as soon as I take this tissue paper off, I'm gonna see the box. I'm so nervous, but also so excited. Oh my god! Okay, ooh, okay, I got this. Ooh. Oh my god! Oh my god! The box is so beautiful! Look at her! The freaking metallic blue! Oh my god, it feels like imitation leather on this little logo plate here. Ooh! I like that! So before we get to the actual... Oh my god, my hand is shaking! So before we get to the actual doll, let's take a look at the box art real quick. And the box itself, because the box itself is a work of art. Oh my god. So I've already seen that each Haunt Couture doll box has different artworks on it, depending on which character it is. So let's start down here at the bottom. We have some metal bolts, and of course some lightning bolts, and a heart made of stitches. I love that. And then over here we have some more stitches, some lightning bolts, and a silhouette of Frankie's skeleton icon. And then on this little section right here, we have some swirly stitches and a drippy heart, some zippers and a lightning bolt, more stitches, some safety pins, and a zigzag star, and finally, some sewing needles. Wait, almost forgot. The pull switches. Cannot forget the pull switches. And then on the logo plaque itself, we have those same pull switches that are on her shoes up here at the top. We got a lightning bolt, Frankie's skeleton icon, and a patchwork heart. And then we have the Haunt Couture logo down here above the MH logo in a really nice font. I wonder what font that is. Enough with the preamble, let's get to the real main event here. The doll inside. And I got my phone mounted again so that you guys can see my reaction when I see the doll in person for the first time. How do I open this? Of course it's got one of those plastic tab thingamajiggies. Okay, I'm gonna open this as... Wait, I have a safety pin, what am I doing? Okay, now that nonsense is over with, okay, I'm assuming I'm just gonna have to shake it down, or no? Okay, I think I got it. Oh. Trying not to scratch the box, but my hands are sweaty and they're slipping. Okay, after a lot of pulling, I think I got it. Are you kidding me? What is it gonna take for you to come out? Jesus! Oh my god, come on. Oh, I got her. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. She's beautiful. Like, this is a brand new Frankie Stein doll in the flesh. I feel like I'm in 5th grade again. Am I actually gonna cry right now? Oh my goodness. Here she is in full creeperific splendor. Oh my god. She is so freaking pretty. Ah! And can we take a second to appreciate the blue coffin padding for the background? Like, they did not have to go this hard on the doll box. They really did not. But they did, and I appreciate it. And here we have the certificate of authenticity, and it is signed by Rebecca Shipman. And if you don't know who that is, she is one of the designers behind all of the Monster High Skeletor dolls. And here on the inside of the box lid is a pocket containing what I can only assume is a new addition to the sacred text. aka a new Frankie Stein doll diary. Oh my gosh. If you find this along with my arm, can you return both, please? Thanks. Classic Frankie. Let us get down to brass tacks and get her out of the box. Also, yeah, I'm one of those out-of-box collectors, so don't freak out. Besides, it's my doll. I can do with it whatever I please. Okay, so I just removed the plastic protector, so now there's nothing stopping me from, like, reaching into the box. Like, oh my gosh. She's real. She's tangible. Like, she's in my hands right now. Feeling all the pretty fabric textures and everything. Behold, she is free. Now that I'm in something a little more appropriate for the occasion, you like the makeup? You like the necklace? Let's get into the finer details of Frankie, shall we? So let's just start off with the first thing that comes to mind, which is the top. I honestly cannot believe they actually got away with putting this belt harness on a doll. It's very on brand for Frankie and I absolutely love it, but still, holy shit! Can't wait to hear how the Karens are gonna start bitching and complaining about this one. But then again, the Monster High Collector dolls are geared more towards adults than they are kids, so maybe that's how they got away with it. Then again, we know Karens all too well and they will always look for something to bitch about, so, only time will tell. Moving on, if we look a little bit closer, there's actually a second shirt underneath this one, and it's blue and made of this metallic sparkly material, which match these metallic blue skelet earrings she's wearing very well, which appear to be just metallic blue versions of her original first wave doll earrings, but they replace the circular spear type thing that's at the top with a lightning bolt. And as for the overtop that she's wearing, I love the direction that they went in for this. It's definitely something that we haven't seen on Frankie before, the puffed sleeves thing, and honestly, it's a good look for her. And I love how they didn't put the skelet icon on both sleeves because one of the main names of Frankie's aesthetic game is asymmetry. So they put her skelet icon in blue metallic foil on one sleeve and 3 lightning bolts in the same foil on the other. And under those is a completely different pattern. It's subtle, but if you look close enough, you can see it. The faintest black stitches on the actual shirt. Look at that. Like, I'm trying my best to show you guys, but this is damn near impossible to photograph on camera. Tell me if you guys can see this in the comments. I'm trying my best here. So, as a nice segue, the blue lightning bolts on this sleeve match the blue lightning bolt on Frankie's 3-tiered belt situation. I also love, like, combined with the belt harness and these 3 belts, you can tell Frankie definitely took a page from Claudine's book and has the whole more belts and zippers than a Kingdom Hearts character joke that I keep making for Claudine. Also, before we move on from the top, I noticed that the sleeve cuffs on the outer shirt are made of the exact same material as the undershirt, which I absolutely love. That makes it match even more. That's great. And now we're actually moving on to the skirt, because this is where things get even more interesting. For the print that they used is the exact same plaid they used for Frankie's first wave doll dress, with the addition of metallic silver pinstripes. Also, you see these little zipper toggles right here on the skirt? Those are real. Those are 3D. And I also want to talk about this middle layer really quick, because it's made of this, like, very soft vegan candy leather type stuff. I don't know, but I love it. It makes for a really good texture, and I love different textures in outfits. It just makes it that more awesome. And of course, we simply cannot forget to talk about easily one of the most iconic parts of this entire doll, the shoes. The shoes are platform gladiator sandals, and the platform itself, to me, it looks like a car grill, and the straps of the shoes are these different studded belts that are attached to the main shoe via bolts, washers, and pistons. And if you don't know what a piston is, think those metal rods that keep the wheels of a train going. And if we look a little bit closer, we can see that the main bit of Frankie's shoe, the part that's holding her foot inside the shoe, this part right here, has stitches all over it. Like the shoe itself was also stitched together out of metal. And I don't know if that was intentional, but it makes a great reference and callback to Frankie's Ghoul's Rule shoes, which have the exact same thing going on. Now here on her Ghoul's Rule boots, they are definitely a lot more prominent. But I also like that these are a little more subtle. They really didn't have to do this, but they did, and I appreciate it. And besides, hey, you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And of course, we simply cannot forget to talk about basically the main attraction of the entire shoe, her pull switch heels. Pardon me a moment. Pull the lever, Kronk. Wrong lever! Why do we even have that lever? I'm not sorry. I had to. I saw an opportunity and by God I was gonna take it. And now let's move on to the face because oh my goodness. First off, of course, she has actual lashes, like rooted lashes in her face, which cover up the fact that she's wearing pink eyeshadow on her brow bone, which I kind of don't like, but honestly, it's barely even noticeable against her skin color, so I'll let it slide. Now, I never thought that Frankie would be the type to wear thick eyebrows, but honestly, she doesn't look half bad. I also like how they upped the saturation of Frankie's eye colors for this doll because it complements her red lipstick a lot better. And now we have to talk about the hair. Honestly, I think this is the longest we have ever seen Frankie's hair get because it's all the way down to her calves. And I think they used a different type of synthetic doll hair for this Frankie because she definitely has a different hair texture than her other dolls. But that's definitely not a bad thing. And speaking of hair, I love how she has a cute little hair clip that says high voltage. Like, I love that. Also, another little thing I noticed while I'm at it is that this Frankie has metallic neck bolts. And if I'm not mistaken, this is only the 4th Frankie doll to have these. There were only 3 other Frankie dolls that had metallic neck bolts in the original run of NH. Now, if I did have one complaint with this look, it definitely has to be her backpack. I'm sorry, it's just plain ugly and it doesn't go with anything she's wearing. And the red lightning bolts are just an eyesore. This thing has got to go. But other than that, she is utterly flipping gorgeous. Now, unfortunately, we have to talk about the negatives. There are not many, but there are a few that I need to make note of. First off, we have some very minor paint defects. We have a little bit of smudging on Frankie's blue eye over here. And some overdrawing of the stitch lines for Frankie's leg over here. Actually, those are pretty glaring, I'm not gonna lie. And as you could probably tell throughout the entire video, her leg joints are a little loose. So her legs can just kind of go a tad bit too willy-nilly. You can see it better if I try and pose Frankie's leg. If I just bend it upwards like this, it'll just kind of do this. Whereas with the older Frankie dolls, as you can see, I don't have that problem. Now the thing that has caused me the most amount of grief, the doll stand. Yes, throughout the video, you've seen Frankie standing on the doll stand no problem, but that's because I propped her up against it and she was basically only holding on by gravity, a wing, and a prayer. Due to the nature of the pincer thingy, and the fact that Frankie has a shit ton of belts on the waist where the pincer usually goes to hold the doll in place, I can't fit it on there. Or at least, I can't fit Frankie on there without removing the harness, putting her on the pincer, and then putting the harness back on. Which is just, no. I don't think that's possible anyway. Now, if the pincer were adjustable, like the ones on the Sailor Moon SH Figuarts figures, where you can just move the little pincers and adjust them to how you need them, we wouldn't have that problem. Also, Usagi says hi! Also, I just now realized how small my Sailor Moon Figuarts figure is compared to Frankie. I mean, holy shit, look at that! And now for the final complaint, her arms are a little stiff to pose, especially when I try and bend it inward. Oh, when I tell you about that doll stand. But thankfully, I have discovered that only one of her arms is stiff. The rest is fine. But honestly, despite all of the defects, I am so happy that I have her in my possession now. And not just because the first dolls of the comeback ended up actually being good and it's a great doll, but also because it's Frankie. Because here's the thing. Frankie is the first character I saw in Monster High, and what made me fall in love with Monster High. The moment I first laid eyes on her, with her mint green skin, and her stitches, her neck bolts, her 2 different colored eyes, and black and white striped hair, I knew I was on board for whatever the hell was going on. My mom has it on record saying that if I could have gotten away with wearing my hair like Frankie to school, I would have, without hesitation. I wouldn't have given a single solitary fuck the damage it would have done to my hair. It would have been worth it for me. But that's because I was in 5th grade when Monster High came out and didn't know the amount of damage that would have done to my hair. And as a hairdresser's daughter who is now a full-grown adult, I know full well that if I would have tried that, I would have been bald. But that's besides the point. Of course, the first doll that I got from Monster High was First Wave Frankie. And now, the first doll that I got from the 2022 comeback is also Frankie. So it came full circle, and I got my favorite character. And I couldn't be happier. Especially since I didn't think I was going to be able to get her. But thanks to somebody else's kindness, I was able to. And now, honestly, she's more precious to me now than she would have been if I would have got her myself. Because as a collector, most of the things in my collection, from my enamel pins, my art prints, to, of course, my Monster High dolls and my books, most of them have a story behind it. I can remember exactly when and where most of the things in my collection came from, or when and where I bought them, or who got them for me. And all of them are associated with happy memories, or some of my favorite memories. So it's more than just a hoard of stuff that makes me happy. It's also a collection of some of my favorite memories over the course of my life. And now, Frankie's one of them. I'm looking at her right now. Frankie's one of them. She is a gift, and I will be displaying her with pride as soon as I can figure out where the hell I'm gonna put her. I'm just gonna have to get creative. And with that, that's pretty much it. That's Frankie. She's here. She's in my house. She's in my room. She's mine. And I couldn't be happier. I don't really know how to end this video. I'm just so freaking happy. Thank you guys so much for watching me ramble for God knows how long this video is about Monster High dolls. Or this one Monster High doll in particular. And definitely there's gonna be more to come in the future. So I'll see you guys next time.